was a wicked messenger from Eli. He did come. I wanted to be a writer since I was a little kid. I was always a little different, but I went to a really interesting school. It was a very diverse school. I was in a jazz club, and it was all mostly a black jazz club, and listened to Roland Kirk and Coltrane, and I was young. We were into dancing. We were into rock and roll was being invented. It was burgeoning. It was our salvation. And then there was the Rolling Stones, and then there was all kinds of things happening. But in terms of things personal for myself, I love Joan Baez for her voice and for her political instruction, but also because image-wise, I at last had someone I could identify with. I found out about Bob Dylan somewhat from her. He, for me, brought together, especially when he went electric, rock and roll, his image, his language, his poetry. He just had everything that I was looking for in my own personal evolution. The soles of my feet, I swear they're burning! Oh, that man! He would say anything! I started performing myself. I started doing poetry readings in 1971 and 72, a lot of times by myself and sometimes with Lenny Kaye or Sandy Bull or something. And I guess 74, it started more evolving into like 3-chord rock with poetry. And I was a really good improviser, so I could improvise for 15, 20 minutes with just 3 chords behind me. People always say, what's the favorite thing you ever did? It's like, it's what I'm working on, because process is, for the artist, everything. I think it was Clive Davis who told Bob that he should see me. And Bob had a reputation of not seeing anybody. We were doing a couple of nights at things, the Bitter End. And I walked on stage, and even though it was decades ago, I can still remember the feeling of the atmosphere. Because I walked on stage and I thought, something's different. There was an electricity in that room. So I went backstage, and it was him. He comes in, he goes, any poets around here? And I said, I hate poetry. I acted like a teenage boy when he sees the girl that he likes come in, then he acts like he doesn't like her. Everything I said, he seemed to think was funny. He let them take pictures of us and actually was so nice to me. And in Philadelphia, where I used to get on the bus and stand in front of Sam Goody's in the morning until it opened to get my copy of Blonde on Blonde or my tickets to see him. And there I was on stage singing with him. It just shows you how life can unfold in the most beautiful, unexpected way.